So now here we are. We have a bucket that is leaking, as a matter of fact, with almost half full of water. We have our pile of cow shit. We have our drill with the auger bit on it. I think that's what it's called. And we have a shovel here. So now, of course, we shovel shit. So we're taking this fresh cow manure and adding it to our bucket here. And I'm just gonna eyeball this for this little demonstration bucket, because as I go through this process, the last thing I want to do is be holding onto a phone mixing buckets of shit at the same time. So anyway, you get the idea. Once again, the instructions call for a 1-to-4 ratio, so 1 gallon of cow shit for every 4 gallons of water, for a total of course, a 5-gallon bucket. Makes it nice and simple. So we're going to just take our drill and our auger bit here and start out slow. And we're supposed to just mix this slurry. We're supposed to make a slurry here. And this is what we feed into the biogas digester in order to activate the digester in accordance with the instructions. This bit is actually doing a nice thing, because we don't want these bits of grass and shit. Well, no, we want the shit, but we don't want the grass in with our initial mix. So that's kind of good that the auger bit is taking that up. And we're going to take this slurry of shit, buckets of shit, and we're going to deposit it into our biogas digester, which is here and ready to receive. Although I really need to prop this up. I think that's what I'll do. Well, that might not work. So for the time being, I'm going to run a string. I won't video this, but I'm going to run a string from one of these support cables that come with the digester up to the upper frame of this here shelter that I built last weekend, and support the feed tube that way. And then I will feed it a bucket of shit for the whole world to see. And if you're watching, congratulations. You get to watch me haul, fill, and dump buckets of shit. So that's what I'll call this film, buckets of shit. Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, on this most magnificent Friday, September 23rd, 2022. Here in Oxford, North Carolina, we have just tripped and stumbled into fall, as yesterday was a glorious 95 degrees. Today is 73, 75, somewhere thereabouts. It's which is perfect, just absolutely perfect. I do prefer 95 degrees, but 73 is great. There's nothing to complain about with 73. Anyway, so today I will be shoveling shit and filling up the biogas digester with that shit. So just a brief interlude. The blueberries doing great, ladies doing great, zucchinis not so hot. They needed some water yesterday. Strawberries are filling back out. More seedlings. Anyway, I've got the truck all loaded up to head over to Slaughter Farms, which is an Angus farm about 10-15 minutes from here, and I got to fill up these 6 buckets with cow manure. We're out here in Glory Country looking for cow shit. This place is a paradise. So I'll get back to you on the details, but it's a beautiful day, and we're getting to take a ride in some, I don't know what you call these, but we're going to shovel some shit. Once we find the cows, I'll give you a little video of the process, and we'll get back with you. This is a pile of cow shit. This is me scooping up with one hand a pile of cow shit. Can I see this? There you go. And dumping it into a bucket. I have to do 5 of these, and it's a perfect day. Picture perfect. Hey, cows! Oh my God. God has given us a paradise. And anyway, so that's my demonstration of shoveling cow shit, and that's all you get. So I got to do 5 of these, and we'll get back with you. Oh, one grows a bit preoccupied when shoveling shit. Anyway, so I'm 4 barrels in. I got 1 barrel left to fill, and I'm gonna fill actually an extra one, a 6th barrel, just to be safe. Can't hurt. But I just noticed the cows were all watching me. I was so busy shoveling shit, I didn't notice they're all looking right here, man. So all the world's a stage, including crazy men like myself shoveling cow shit for future gas production. Anywho, updates later to come. So I've finished collecting my 6 buckets, which I only really needed 5 buckets of fresh cow shit. And the cows have been ever so slightly curious, but otherwise very lovely creatures, docile, humble, and good providers. Yep. So I got my shit, and I'm just sit here and recharge on some coffee and smoke a cigarette on my way outbound. But glorious place. I'll give you a bit more update on it later. Here's hoping you are soaking up this pristine magnificence out wherever you are in the world today. Here in Oxford, North Carolina, it's perfect. So, c'est la vie, or sayonara, or yeah, we'll get back with you when we're mixing shit. Peace. So, I got my buckets of shit in the back of the truck, and we are now proceeding back to camp, home base, to take those buckets of shit and create a slurry, start feeding the biogas digester, all of which I will document as thoroughly as possible with a low-tech sort of outfit like mine. But I have to give infinite thanks to Laura Gable of, well, that's not it, of Little Grassy Creek Farm, and her delightful husband Sandy. So Sandy and Laura Gable, God bless, thank you for your buckets of shit and some absolutely wonderful conversation, and the time on their lovely paradise here in Oxford, North Carolina. So, to be continued. See you soon. So what I'm doing now is filling up my first bucket. Oh, it's a bunch of crap in this bucket, but I'm filling up my first bucket. I'm going to fill it about, I don't know, about halfway with water. And then the biogas manual calls for a ratio of 1 to 4, so I basically need, in a 5-gallon bucket, let's say I'm going to put 4 gallons in it, I need 1 gallon of fresh cow shit and 3 gallons of, make that 4 gallons of water, and that should give me a nice full bucket. And the slurry that is called for by the biogas instruction manual, which I will also reference in this video. And so right now we're just filling with water, and this is going to be a long process because I have to do this about 20 times, make it 25 if I actually use all 6 gallons of horse shit. So we'll get back with you. So one of the deficiencies that I have with my whole system is that my rain barrel water tower manifold is it's got an air leak in it. It's drawing air in, and so that causes me intermittent heat on the shower, because this thing has to have 3 gallons per minute in order to function, and when it goes below 3 gallons a minute, you wind up getting these air bubbles drawn in from the manifold. It turns it off, and so you wind up with a cold shower, so you gotta flick it on and off, and you're fighting the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to rebuild the manifold and figure out how to overcome this air problem, because obviously it's not coming in from any of the feed tubes. But anyway, more to the point, I had to think for a while on what exactly I was gonna do here, because it's that air pulling problem affects my ability to just draw directly from the barrels and just have it drain into one of these buckets. I thought about using the wheelbarrow here, but it's bulky and cumbersome, and I don't really have the space, so I decided to go with the cooler. It's got that nice spout on the bottom, and so I can fill, I don't know, 20 or 30 gallons in here, and I will use that as my port and do my mixing down there. And I think that's going to make this a lot easier, because I've hardly even deaded anything just because of that air draw problem. So anyway, one day when I get this rectified, this being my prototype, I get a better version built that doesn't have any leaks, then I'll have a bit more functionality from the rain barrel water tower. And honestly, I'd rather not do this using the pump, but it's okay, because tomorrow, unfortunately, I have to leave this place and return to Raleigh, but that leaves all week for it to continue charging the solar kit. Oh, shit. Well, but anyway, we'll get back to you. That is what you think it is. And so I got a shovel and a pitchfork in hopes that those are the appropriate tools for the job. And I very much look forward to spending my day shoveling shit and mixing shit and dumping shit, so that we may have methane gas this winter for heating and cooking. So another glorious sliver of independence. So, yeah, catch you later. Peace.